Hi everybody, warm welcome to another wonderful video of the Credit Card Life. My name is Amit, and with the help of this video, I'm going to talk about the most toughest credit card to get in India from the house of Punjab National Bank, and the card is PNB Millennia. I've tried all the best possible resources, angles and stuff, and my story is to be told, and it's worth listening to as well. So I applied for this particular credit card way back in 2023. I was approved. I was pre-approved, I got decent limit in front of me, and I just had to fulfill the certain documentation format like VKYC and salary slip documentation and so on and so forth. So I did do that. I completed my VKYC. VKYC was one heck of a funny situation wherein I had questions such as, why don't you have a banking account with PNB? Is it so you don't have it? Why don't you get one? These were the questions which I kind of heard from the banking, the lady who was talking to me. And there was another guy who kept on sneezing and coughing next to her. And it was one heck of a memorable VKYC, which I think I'd never ever done in my entire span of credit card life. So that was a memorable experience, I should call it. So that got done and dusted. And then we moved on to a process of documentation submission. I did submit the documentation part. They came back after 7 days stating that I am good to go. It's just that I've got to submit my ITR return. I said, why do you want my ITR return? I've given you salary, I've given you Form 16. Why do you need ITR return? I'm a salaried person, not a businessman. They were like hell bent, we do not accept and move on. So, okay, I even gave my ITR return. And then they kept talking about the certain documentation which you got to resend stuff. I sent almost 4 to 5 times, and I was like, what else do I need to do along with a hefty paycheck, a nice CIBIL score? I have 15 plus credit cards with some of the best credit cards in India, and I'm still struggling to get PNB. I mean, what makes them so special? I even asked the question, and they're like, no, don't worry about it. There would be a cooling period, and then probably after that cooling period, this will be dissolved, and then you can reapply. I said, okay, all right. I did wait for 8 months. I applied again, and the moment I reapplied, it gave me a bracket stating that you have already applied, so you hold on. I again kept mum for 2 more months, and then the third month, I think a month ago, I applied again, and it was showing the same credential that you have already applied. Now, first of all, every bank has a policy of a cooling period. They do not have a cooling period. So even though I was conditionally approved, I do not have an option to go ahead and properly pick up a card because there are certain documentation which they do not know what they want. And even I don't know, because the most concrete documentation for anybody who has a salary is salary slip, PAN card, documentation, ITR and ITR, and even on top of it, Form 16. I think apart from all these things, there's nothing else I can give to you as a salaried person, and so on and so forth. So I gave them everything. You won't believe, I must have jotted down, I must have sent close to 9 emails explaining, talking to them. The customer care sucks. Of course, it's a government bank. The email part sucks. They do not know what to say and how to reply. They do not even understand the meaning of so-called emergency, the understanding of so-called critical requirement. They don't get all these things. And God knows who and why they have been employed in a situation where they know that the card of PNB is not as good as, let's say, Millennia of HDFC, or probably Axis Flipkart, or maybe some other bank. Let's say BUB, for example, doing a great job in the market. I never got the logic. And it's been almost 13 months to 14 months for me. I'm still in the cooling period. Applied only once and still in the cooling period. God knows why and what happened and what are the consequences. So that's the reason I've put up a very big, the thumbnail that you cannot get this card, and the reasons are plenty. In case if anyone has a story like this, do share, let me know. And if you happen to have a PNB card, which is not a great card, but me being, as I'm trying to be a YouTuber, it's very tough to not to catch hold of one of those credit cards in India, which happens to be one of the pioneers in lending credit card for a very long time. Well, that's it. If you want to apply for any of the American Express credit cards, the cards description is there. The card referrals are there of my subscribers. Please do not apply without referral. Number two, majority of the other credit cards of Indian bankers are almost there in the description. Please feel free, and please connect me with the X handle. I'm available, and I don't see many of you connecting over there. So in case if you're willing to connect and talk to me on X as well, I'm available. The description is there on my channel page. Let's connect there as well. This is it from my end. If you have any questions, drop in, and till next time, you take care.